Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the October 31st edition of Carolina Week.
I'm Susan Tart. I'll tell you what Chapel Hill police are doing to keep Halloween safe.
I'm Monica Carper. I'll tell you why local officials are concerned about businesses on Franklin Street.
In sports, will home field advantage follow the baseball team to a new temporary home?
And will the weather be tricking us or treating us? Weathercaster Johnny O will let us know.
All that and an early start to the spooktacular fun. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Sarah Huffman.
And I'm Adam Rue. Thank you for joining us. Students have been looking forward to it for a whole year, Halloween on Franklin Street. Susan Tart is downtown, and Susie, the countdown has already begun.
In just a couple of hours, this street will be the site of the biggest costume party of the year. But Chapel Hill police say they're prepared.
It's not called Chapel Thrill for nothing. People and devils come out in the thousands to celebrate Halloween. It requires more police than when the Heels win a national championship. With so many people in a small area, Pastor Simpson of University Baptist Church is surprised the churchyard doesn't get damaged.
We come up here holding our breath every morning after Halloween and think, oh gosh, what are we going to find? But up till now, we haven't had that problem.
Chapel Hill Police Department Lieutenant Kevin Gunter says that's because months of planning keeps problems to a minimum.
This is something that we do every year. I think we do a good job with the number of people we have. We have really a low number of incidents in relation to the number of people that we have that actually come to Halloween. So we do our very best to keep everybody safe.
Police expect 75,000 people to show up this year. They'll have nearly 400 officers in uniforms. Franklin Street, from the Chi Omega House to West End Wine Bar, will be closed off to traffic starting at 9 p.m. Columbia, Raleigh, and Henderson Streets will also be closed. The event will end at 1:30 a.m. and traffic will resume once the streets have been cleaned.
Police will have bins similar to this one set up to hold confiscated items such as alcohol and glass bottles. They'll also be taking costume props that could be mistaken as weapons, such as this pitchfork, so it's best to leave those at home.
So Susie, I take it that means no toy guns or plastic axes like the ones I was planning to bring? What other costume help can you give us?
Well, pets and animals aren't allowed into the area, so if your costume calls for one, it's best to keep to a stuffed animal instead. It's also probably not a good idea to come as a Chapel Hill cop. You might be arrested for impersonation.
Good advice. Susan Tart on Franklin Street. Thank you.
Are you one of the Americans who think Casper the Friendly Ghost might be real? The Associated Press recently did a study that found 34% of Americans believe in ghosts. That's about the same number of people who say they're avid baseball fans. 19% of people believe in witchcraft or the existence of spells. And 5% say they've seen a monster in the closet, and most of those were adults.
Although UNC students don't yet know the results of the homecoming election Tuesday, they do know that the student fee referendum passed overwhelmingly. 82% of voters approved a student constitution amendment that will give students the chance to approve or disapprove several student fee increases. Carolina students now have the opportunity to vote on increases in student legal services, the undergraduate teaching award, and Apple's fees. Students already had the right to vote on the student government fee, the student body scholarship fee, and 3 others. After Student Congress approves one of these fee increases, it will move to a student body vote. The search for a new chancellor is underway, and the university wants input from students. Chancellor James Measer won't leave office until June, but a committee is already looking for potential candidates to take his place. You can help in the search process by posting your thoughts on a blog created by Student Government. Students on campus today said they want the new chancellor to represent the entire university.
Like someone who's personal or personable and will listen to what we have to say.
I don't know, like the old chancellor seems to have been a really good fit, and so I guess a lot of his qualities.
For a link to the blog where you can post the qualities you want in a chancellor, you can log onto our website, carolinaweek.org.
And what sort of qualities do city officials want for new businesses coming to Franklin Street? Monica Carper is in the newsroom with that answer.
Officials want to make it easy for the right type of new businesses to come to town, Sarah, and make it easy for those business owners as well. They don't want Chapel Hill to look like a ghost town. Walking along Franklin Street, it's easy to notice the empty buildings with for lease signs on them. Many of these buildings have been empty for a while. Not all members of the Chapel Hill Town Council agree about which types of businesses should fill the spaces, or exactly how to help make those businesses successful. But Town Council candidate Penny Rich says the buildings on Franklin Street can't stay empty forever.
We can't just let landlords sit on these properties for a year or 2 or 3 or 4 and never fill them.
Rich says the town should make landlords who keep their properties empty pay fines or higher taxes. She worries about how others will perceive downtown Chapel Hill if lots of buildings are empty.
Absentee landlords don't live on Franklin Street every day. They don't see what it does to the town. It gives it a bad perception. It gives it a perception that no one is coming to downtown and that things are failing. And that's what we don't need.
The owner of Hookah Bliss, Adam Bliss, says something needs to be done to help small business owners understand the process.
Trying to figure out exactly what you have to do to open is one of the biggest challenges. After that, it's just a matter of figuring out the paperwork for each individual requirement and department and office.
And there's no reason why anyone should have to wait months on end or weeks on end or even a couple of days just to figure out what they're doing.
Bliss says all Franklin Street businesses benefit when others are able to stay open.
You know, if you've got empty spaces, it means that the street isn't healthy.
City officials also want to make sure new businesses help Chapel Hill maintain its college town charm.
Monica Carper live in the newsroom. Thank you. 8 years ago, a single gunshot rattled a North Carolina community.
Coming up, we'll tell you how that gunshot is still tormenting the people affected by it.